Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Knowles Tarot, and welcome to your weekly reading. With me, Shamar and Knowles for Knowles Tarot. I don't know why I feel compelled to say that, but you know, reason and season for everything. Anyways, welcome to your weekly reading. This week we're going to be doing your current and future energy. We've been switching them up. We've been doing current and future, Celtic Cross. Anything else? I don't know. I think it's just back and forth between those two. So this week is just going to be the current and future with two cards from the Prism Oracle. Let's see. This bad boy. Two cards from Prism Oracle. And by the way, I will timestamp if need be. Go ahead and check the description for that. But I will clarify with the Light Seers Tarot. I didn't say what was at the bottom. We got the Ace of Pentacles at the Light Seers Tarot. And then at the bottom of the Prism Oracle. Oh, okay. Passion. Fire, fire, fire. Gives me Leo energy because that reminds me of Jackie Aina. She's the one who I hear singing that. The beauty, makeup, and self-care guru. Fire, fire. So fire energy with Eight of Pentacles. That don't sound too good immediately. So let me just keep looking. But beforehand, we're gonna get a card from the Gilded Reverie Lenormand to see if this is a reading for you. This is going to be like a clarifier, because this is current and future. This isn't going to be like the past energy, but this is like where you come from. So it's like if this resonates with you, then this is most likely the reading for you. But I say these are for anybody, any sign, anytime. So that's never going to get old for me. I love that. Who knows? Knock on wood. Anyways, let's see here. Yeah, so two cards with the Prism, two with the Light Seers. Yeah. And at the end of the reading, I'll do the extra pull a card. So for the commenters of the last weekly reading, I'm going to pull your names from the bag. And with that, we'll be we'll be pulling a card from the Knowles Tarot. Hope that's okay. I'm assuming we might do that. Worked out pretty well last time. But yeah. Again, timestamp is below. But other than that, let me think of what I'm missing. Thank you guys. There's an energy of gratitude for sure, but thank you guys so much for your continuous support. All of it in general, just energetically, just being, I don't know. I don't know. It's cool because you seek the readings to get information for yourself, and then like it feeds into the environment. So it's like, I don't know. It's like good. What would I call it? Not good economics, but good like economic awareness. I don't know, it just seems like it's very healthy, very recyclable, conscious. I don't know, something like that. But yes, current and future, thank you for your continued support. For any new people, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully this helps, and hopefully you stay, or hopefully you just pass through and something helps, and it helps in a way that is important. Either ways, but for any returning visitors, thank you so much for being here. How you doing? I don't know why that was a little bit awkward this time. And it's probably just because I'm lacking water, so maybe that could be an energy of drinking water. But good to see you. I've missed you. It feels more like it could be an emotion thing, but it's good to see you guys. All in all. All in all, that's a church song. It was one of my favorites, but I can't remember what number it is. I used to remember like the numbers of the songs. Specifically CQ first, that was 555, that was easy. But all in all, 715, 718? I could be wrong. Anyways, let's see, what is there beforehand? Is there anything beforehand? Oh yeah, that's what I always forget in every single reading. I'll go ahead and light the incense, and then we'll pull the card for the Lenormand to see if this is the reading for you. Again, very grateful y'all here. I have to make sure I keep the freaking phone still because my mic is broken for some reason. Y'all pray for me. This freaking mic is broken. Or my phone, I can't tell which one. I have to look it up, find out. But my freaking, I recorded a reading and the audio didn't come through. I said, what the hell? So I figured out it's just like sometimes it doesn't sit right. It's like, when the charger doesn't sit quite right, and so you have to keep adjusting it. That's what this shit is doing. You know how I could film a reading and it could be in perfect audio 1 minute and then automatically just like randomly switch. Again, knock on wood. Hell no. Let's go ahead and pull the card. So I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about you guys. It's more fun. Let's see. Let's see. I'm also kind of hungry, so maybe you guys could be kind of hungry. Alright, so the Lenormand, you got the Lenormand, I didn't say, I think, the Ten of Swords at the bottom with the, I was going to focus the card, but I don't want to fuck with the phone. So, I'm hearing Focus by Ariana Grande. Oh, yes, and, oh my god, I love her. I don't know why I enjoy her so much. Oh, there's a lot flying out, but I did see the park that, so it's 2, so not quite yet. But the park on the moon, it could be you taking a nighttime stroll at a park or a nighttime stroll in a public place. But it's also just about, like, sounds like reflecting on emotions and, like, it being public, like a public display of your emotional reflection. That could even be something like an expression of some sort, but let's go ahead and get one card, Spirit, please, and that was immediate. What, the flip side? The Ten of Wands, the bear. That's cool. I've been thinking, look who's at the bottom. Not the park. I've been thinking about the bear recently, because I was like, am I dumb that I didn't even realize that the bear, because I was thinking of pink energy, and of, like, it being, like, pain, but also, like, great gain. And I was like, what the heck? And so I looked up pink and pain and gain. It's like no pain, no gain. But at the same time, I was thinking of, like, bear and, childbearing, or, like, bearing something. How it's difficult, but it brings you a great reward. There's something about this is, like, a difficult, and sorry, the number's ripped off, but it's 15. Something about, like, something being difficult, maybe winter season, it feels very cold. Let me go ahead and open up the book to see what it says, because I did write some of the definitions, but it just feels, first of all, like, very cold. 15 could be the devil. 10 of Wands is something about Sagittarius. I forget what it is, but so you got Capricorn, Sagittarius, so that definitely feels like winter season. But it doesn't feel like the thick of winter season. It feels like going from Sag to Capricorn, so, like, the beginning of winter. So this could be, like, the beginning of some great gain for you. Like, you've been putting in the pain, the work, like putting in the hard work, feeling the pain, and so now it's time for a great gain. I feel a gain of comfort, maybe, but maybe this is something you've been going through as well, is what I meant to say. The bear, 15, power, strength, wealth. No, sorry, I think that says health, but I can't read my handwriting right now. We're gonna say health and wealth, same damn thing, right? It's power. Well, not really. Health and wealth are different things, but I guess you're getting both. And then it says protection as well. Excuse me, protection was coming out of the Prism Oracle a lot when I was pulling some cards beforehand, so it's interesting. If I look at power, strength, wealth, and protection, what we were talking about with bear, wealth, protection, power, strength, it's like you had to, like, you've been probably having to build your power, build your strength, and then not only build your power and build your strength, you've had to maybe, like, cultivate, which is more maybe inside. So cultivate your health. Not cultivate your health. That's wrong. Then hold on. Like, adjust your health. Probably taking vitamins, just making things better, healing on the inside, and then protection as well, which also feels inside. It feels like your protection, maybe even like throat chakra, like speaking. More so, like, your mind, protecting yourself, not letting yourself go through any pain that's not, like, worth the gain, in a sense, 10 of Wands, putting down burdens, right, of other people and other things. With 15, the devil, maybe, like, just putting down burdens of, like, things that, the devil, I see a lot of reflection, like, self-reflection, so maybe, like, things that don't reflect who you are, or putting down the burden of things that don't, like, they don't bring you comfort at the same time. Like it's that same balanced energy that feels like, he's giving Capricorn now too, with no pain, no gain. It's definitely like that seagoat that climbs a mountain, and then it's really tough, but then at the end it's like, you get to like, well, you still have to walk down the mountain, which is still pretty painful, but at the same time, it's like, then you get the fresh water at the end that you get to flow in, that other half of Capricorn. Once you put in the work, you get the reward, but this isn't just work and reward, this is like pain and gain. I don't know what's being gained, but I do know that there is definitely some pain. And at the bottom of the Lord, it says the park, so if there's any pain, the Eight of Swords, it's like, I don't know. 8 feels very like that infinite symbol, so it feels like it could have been pain that, like, felt never ending. I don't know. Underneath this, the Star, 6 of Cups. I don't know. We'll move forward. That's like information that I don't know what they're asking for. Let me just go ahead and move forward. It'll probably come back somehow, some way. Let me go ahead and read the definition real quick of the Star, and then we'll move on to your current and future energy. The stars. Optimism, ambition. Why am I seeing the 504 in song? I don't even listen to it. I just see the song pop up. I guess there's Aries energy. So optimism, ambition, faith plus works, hope and light. That makes sense. A star in the sky, it's light. Faith and works. Why would the star be the faith and works? Oh, because it's the light in the sky, but there's still the aspect that you bring to it. But optimism and ambition. And it feels yellow, kind of like a star would kind of be. The stars are white, but if the stars can be kind of like yellow too. So, in my eyes, I guess, kind of like the sun, in a sense. So I guess not too wrong there, but just with that, it's giving the yellow energy of the duality of like feeling it, like the duality of like feeling it, but then still taking action, having faith, but still putting in the works. And the other one was I forget. Oh, the park. It keeps coming out. That's number 20. And the park says sharing and networking, but it's specifically outside. Sharing and networking outside with ambition, hope, light. Sharing your light, and networking. Sharing, maybe making new friends by sharing your new light, or just like I'm just gonna move forward, but I definitely see with the 10. And what else is that? 8 and 6. So that's 14. Patience, completion, and patience. So you completed a cycle, and with this sharing and networking in your light, I'm afraid that I just like moved the mic. God, please let the mic be okay. I'm having faith, and I'm going to continue to put in the work. But God, please let the mic. I'm just not going to touch that area. Putting in the faith, putting in the works, sharing and networking. Sharing and networking, I don't know. It's very dualistic. That's what I'm getting. So there's a very dualistic energy. I don't know. Let's move forward and see what we got with your current and future now that I've taken up 13 minutes of your time. Which reminds me, we had Scorpio energy. Or I did, at least. There's a Death and Rebirth flipped out from the Knowles Tarot. And then, what else? Oh yeah, the Death card from this deck showed up. And that one's been kind of quiet. Since those we ever talked about like transformation readings, the Death card has been quiet. That's all good though. You know who hasn't been? Success. So, all in all, love, there's success. Not to worry. Okay, so let's see here. Current and future energy for the collective spirit, for everyone coming through, everyone at this video today. We're thanking them, we're blessing them, we're appreciating their energies. I'm thinking Beautiful by Queen Herbie. You should know, I think you're beautiful. I think you're fucking beautiful, she says. All your flaws are perfect, you should let them show. The things I love the most, because they would have to be blind not to see all of your beautiful. It's lame, but I still believe in it. Okay. Current energy for the collective. Okay. I literally thought that was about to be the death card. That would be funny. It's not, but it's okay because there's a abundance at the bottom. But space, that's y'all weird. Two things. We just passed 15:15 on the clock, and also 15 minutes with the bear coming out, and I was just about to talk about it. And now the song is literally playing in my head. If it played in my head before, it's like the volume's up now, but it's it's because I just recently heard it today. Jake's "This Is What Space Feels Like." I just need some space. That shit. Not a bad song. Not a bad song. I'm not here for the verses most times, but I let it ride because the chorus is good. So in the current, I'm hopeful with all cards, but I was just thinking with that energy, it's like rocking with something. I don't know. It's like maybe some parts, and I just saw flow too, so that could make sense. Some parts of whatever this is could be like ups and downs. Like some parts aren't your favorite, but then like some parts are better, some parts are nicer. That's how I feel about that song. Future energy for the collective spirit. Oh, what in the hermit? Oh, specifically, actually hermit, but we have isolation. This one doesn't. It's kind of hard to show up. So, good luck to future Shamar to take a picture of this because it's not gonna show up right. Okay, I just immediately thought it was pretty interesting because it's black and white card. So we talk about the colors of these cards a lot because they're important. We've been talking about them more recently. And we've been talking about, when I read in the book, black and white are both cards of leaving the space open, in a sense. Black is like leaving the space open to receive, like an empty vessel open to receive, but then white is just like a space to like be still, almost, because you know that you're okay. It's almost like white is like that sunny day or like that bright clear day, and then this black is like the dark night, right? So in the space, you're leaving the space open. You sort of want to move slower in this energy. You want to like sort of like let yourself adjust in a sense, like your eyes adjusting in the dark. But then with the white energy in the future, it's almost like everything is illuminated. It's better. It's brighter. It feels nicer, and it's interesting because it's isolation, which would normally feel cold, but for some reason it feels very warm. The way I said, like it's like a day. It's like a day, and this is night. It doesn't feel as cold, and it should as well too with the bear, but it really doesn't. Oh, come on. It's like this thing would not want to focus on the card. Okay, let me think. Space in your current means you're definitely getting some space for something from something. You're leaving the space open to receive. If I read from La Libre, is that what you call a book in Spanish? That's interesting because if we're on a tarot channel, so I got to tell you, it sounds like Libra, obviously. I'm not just like, let me see. So Libra energy. You may feel alone and like you can get lost here. Oh, this is a space card. You may feel alone like you can get lost here, but it is important to remember that you can fill this space. What is it that you are looking to fill your life with? Is it certain types of people, a new project? How can you take action toward your goal? The void is only a temporary space, and it's ready to be filled. Temporary space. That reminds me of like a storage unit. You could have gone to a storage unit, or like you could be going to a storage unit now. Literally, I didn't think about that. Storage unit is like a space, but I only say that because it's like the temporary, so it comes back around. But if not going to a storage unit, you're going to a space. I'm hearing meet me at our spot. Is it by oh my God, Willow and the Anxiety. What else do I see here? Meet me at our spot. There's something I want to show you. Oh. That's lighthearted, very sweet, but it also has a shade of kinky, and that's just because of the channel. That's not the song's fault. That's because of me. Got something you want to show? Okay, let's see. But it's important to remember that you can fill the space. What is it that you're looking to fill your life with? Is it certain types of people, a new project? How can you take action towards your goal? Correct. Oh, okay. So remember I was telling you, the book said, shut up, Shamar. That's the opposite as well. Remember I was telling you that space is like, or something. There's some energy about duality. And so like faith plus works, like, and I was talking about with space, taking the time to move slower in the dark, like letting yourself adjust to it. But it's like when you do let yourself adjust, do you just sit there and not do anything? I mean, unless you're asleep, that makes sense. But if you have a goal, if you're in a darker room, and I guess I can literally use this example, but like if you're in a red room developing photography, if you walk in and you can't see, you move slower, you let yourself adjust, but then when you do adjust and you can see clearly, then you start moving around, you start making things happen. Which is interesting because in this energy, you can see the room perfectly, but if anyone else were to enter, like the area, cycle, the energy that you're in, they wouldn't be able to like see it clearly until they adjust it too. So there's something about people adjusting to you, but not that, but No. I'm more now seeing that it's like you're like in a really productive, creative mode with that like red room example. It's like doesn't have to be photography. It could be, but like it's like whatever you're doing in this space is very productive, very pivotal, important, foundational, cornerstone. Now that cornerstone gives like Jesus and for some reason, but it's just not because there's a Jesus energy, but to lead me to the sentiment of it, which is something about sacred, like so sacred work. It almost feels like religious, like something that that's what does religion do? It connects our souls to each other, to the faith and the higher thing. So I don't know. Whatever you're doing in this space, it connects you to like your higher self, your higher being. But even with the black energy, it's like definitely like even like your darker divinity as well. So like it's connecting you to both halves of yourself, really filling you out as a whole human being. The last thing I read was "and it's ready," so I said, "Hello, whatever this energy is." They said, "I want to fill your space. I want to fill your." So yeah, definitely something you're open to receive. That's nice. In the future, isolation. No correlation, but I'm hearing summer loving had me a blast. What is that? That better not be something goofy. Because it could be Teen Beach Movie, but it could be like Grease, or it could be just something like regular. I hope it's not something goofy. Summer loving had me a blast. And so this is giving that winter energy, the isolation, where the bear is isolated in a sense. You see that? So summer is what literally the opposite of winter. So it kind of makes sense. It's giving Leo and Aquarius energy for some reason. But then at the same sense, Aquarius and not Leo. Sorry, yeah, Aquarius and Cancer. Yeah, Cancer and no, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, and who comes before Capricorn? Sorry, Cancer, Capricorn. That literally makes sense. So it's giving those four zodiacs, 2 cardinal signs, 2 fixed signs. My niece is screaming. I'm just checking on that. One moment. Risky. Did I show you the card at the bottom? Can y'all hear me? Sadness. That's why you need space, babe. But it's not like I'm like poking at it like, oh, you need space because you're sad. It's definitely just like, not just sad, but literally 2 blue cards. The blue energy that we've been like talking about. If you're a returning visitor, but if you're a new visitor, it's just this blue energy has been sort of missing, and it's all in this bear card. All is blue. That's literally the only color in this entire reading. So literally, wow, so gorgeous. Now look at what's underneath. Okay, forget about that red for a second. But look at all that. Forget about that green. What the hell? Look at all the blue. All in order. So reflection, sadness, cleanse. There's a lot to read from that, but let me just go ahead and do isolation for you real quick. In the future, it definitely is a time for I just need some. No, I'm just kidding. I'm worried. I'm concerned. Sorry to interrupt your reading so much. I apologize. It's so crazy. The energy does this every time. It's like I stop to listen to see if it's okay. Quiet. I go back to doing what I'm doing and then screaming. And it happens all the time. Because then I would get out and check, but then she would just be like sitting down. There would be no reason for me to be like, "Are you okay?" Because she's quiet. Flow. It's literally that's what this bear is doing. That's also giving responsibilities now with Capricorn and Saturn. So isolation could be like a time away from those responsibilities in a sense. Focusing, you know how we talk about I don't know, so sorry. If you are returning and if you've heard me talk about the dots in the cards, how like, in balance, I guess, yeah, the dots are like in specific places. It, like, to me, it represents like people, nouns, like the noun, like a subject, noun, subject, whatever. So people, places, and things. And that it reminds me of like things along the journey. So this is like dots, like person 1, person 2, thing 1, thing 2. It's Dr. Seuss. But it's just like things, people, places along the journey. Australia, your babysitter, the Captain Crunch cereal. It's just like all of these things along the journey, right? And so, and even in balance, I guess it lines up so that you can like see the picture clearly, see it for each half, or even it turns around so that you can see this half with the balance of like the balance of both. And I don't know, whatever, whatnot. That's not what I'm talking about. In this one, we just have one dot. So it's like there's one, either there's one person, one place, one thing that's important to you, especially with space, or it's like there's, it's like you're making yourself the important person, the important place, the important thing to you, and that's really cool. Cause look how like literally in the spread, it's like space, black, nothing, and then like I don't know what explodes, what happens, but it turns into like well, it's really not even that big of an energy yet. Look, remember how we just had balance a second ago? Wherever she went. Ma'am, come back. ¿Dónde está? ¿Qué estando? Oh my gosh. And it literally wants to go away, but that's okay. I'll use growth. How it's a big circle. This is growth. This is something that's grown. And this right here is just a dot. It's just small so far, which is not bad. It's not like it may not be something major. It may not be something it's like I usually call this like a seed, like the seed of a plant, or how we just had growth. It's literally kind of a seed in a sense to me. Someone get it off my mind, please. I'm thinking about this audio, so I'm hoping this mic ain't being goofy. But yeah, I don't know. It's like when it, but even think about that when the darkness comes to light, and growth happens in the dark still too. But when the light comes in and those natural vitamins of the sun, of the star that we just had, that optimism, the hope that you have, the faith in the works that you have rains down on this space. It turns into the light with the isolation. So that's why the isolation feels so warm. Is because it turns into that star. That star wakes up. The sun rises. You gain the energy that you need for that seed to start growing. So you could be planting like real life planting with seeds and soil and all that. But at the same time, you could be like planting seeds within yourself too, within isolation. It feels very hermit, and I know it's probably not even going to come out for the card because that would just be too on dinos. So I don't know. Anyways, let's move forward and see what we got. I want to clear this sadness. I should use incense as well. So let me just go ahead and flip that, and then hit this right here. I'm hearing hit that, so that was, but it's specifically from Victoria Monet's song Jaguar from Jaguar 1. I think she said something like, you've got 9 times to hit that. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. That's downright kinky, to be honest, but 9 times feels like cats with 9 lives, but also Taurus energy with Victoria Monet. And my cat is a Taurus. So, something about that synchronizing. What's at the bottom now? Peace. Literally, I told y'all, it's gonna be good. What's underneath that? Peace and passion. Ooh, that's major Jesus energy coming through once again. It came up earlier. I told y'all something about that Jesus energy. I don't know what it is, but peace and passion feels definitely like, I don't know. It's nice though. The peace is white, just like that isolation, and that's crazy because it's like the peace, the isolation then expands you into peace. It's like that dot. It's like if someone were drawing this bird, this is the first dot, the first stroke in the drawing, and this is the completed artwork. So it's like you start off in this isolation, and then when you come out of it, I don't know. What you bring with it's so nice. It even feels like a warmer card than the isolation, so like very nice is what I'm thinking. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna have this deck go over here because it's in my way. Not really. Alright, we got the Light Seer's Tarot now with the Ace of Pentacles. The Seed. That's literally the same card. And we had the Ace of Pentacles earlier than this, so I'm glad we checked that out. Pretty cool. Let me move this and grab the other guidebook. I'm gonna do it like an iCarly bit. Please hold while I grab the guidebook. Enjoy this video of Spencer eating a bowl of chowder. Let's see. Okay, I got that. Anyways, now the Knight of Cups is here. Hello. Alright, so we got the bear energy in space and isolation. For the first time today, I'm feeling like clarifying the Lenormand card. Are y'all with it? I'm trying to energetically feel if y'all are saying yes or no. I'm trying to give it a fair. I mean, the majority in my mind said yes, so let's go ahead. With the bear, the 10 of Wands, and the 15, number 15, I'm curious, what is 15 in my, because I wrote down the corresponding letters, I'm going to burp, corresponding letters, numbers, and tarot cards. 15 is the devil, for sure, the number in the tarot card. The letter is letter O. That's what I'm hearing now, someone's saying, oh. I don't know. With the bear and O, realizing how much like work something is and being like, oh, when then turning around the other direction. Looks like this bear is like, it looks like this bear was like facing like this way at first, like facing, how do I do that? Not upside down, but facing that way. I can't do that. And so the bear saw it, was like, oh, and then turned around and just like swam that way. It looks like they're heading in a different direction. It's just because their direction is so pointed that way, it looks like they're very clearly coming from somewhere else. So it's like maybe coming from something burdensome and being like, oh, no thanks. So let's see with the bear, barrow, oh bear. Not 2 cards, Spirit, just 1. The 9 of Wands and Chariot. Yeah, that seems like a 9 of Wands with the 10 of Wands. And the Chariot, that's literally being like, oh, this is a 9 of Wands being like, oh, this is a struggle. Chariot being like, I'm hopping in my car. 10 of Wands being like, the struggle's over. So that's funny. Because 9 of Wands came out just with that. So just 1 card, Spirit, for the bear. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. The chariot. That's hilarious. What's at the bottom? The Six of Wands. Oh, you're victorious in that too, though. So it's like not. It's not saying that you are just running away from responsibility, because that could have been the case, honestly. I could have said you maybe in the past you ran away from a responsibility with the chariot and the Ten of Wands there, and the bear. It's like, this is too much to bear. But the Six of Wands that I just shuffled out, but I shuffled into the Two of Cups. Six of Wands and Two of Cups says that you were in just my mind immediately. The Six of Wands was very. There she is. Great, perfect. She's solo up there, very Beyonce energy, coming out of Destiny's Child. And we got Two of Cups here too. So for me, with the individual and the twos can be like your relationship with everybody else, but that starts from within first. Like, you learn how to connect with people when you learn how to connect with yourself. You understand feelings when you understand your own feelings. Yeah, other people's when you understand your own. So just initially with the Six of Wands, Two of Cups, it's like you're doing what was best for you, and your two is also the energy of Taurus. I possess. Taurus is like beauty, wealth, like things you possess and have. Rules of throat chakra, so communication with Taurus, I believe. So it's like communicating what you possess, communicating the chariot, the emotions that you carry for yourself, communicating. Ten of Wands, 15. Okay, and there's a lot of blue, which is definitely throat chakra. So it's definitely like communicating like your feelings about how maybe not even just exhausted you are, but that you're completing. You've been getting so much better at communicating that, communicating your emotions, your feelings, and in a way where it's like you are, with Ten of Wands, like you're completing a journey in that. Nine of Wands would be completing the journey. Ten of Wands is starting a new one, but this is the threshold, because it's blue energy. Blue energy is not blue energy is death and rebirth, but it's almost like it's like to initiate, like it's like stepping through a doorway or stepping over from one world into another. So this blue here is like stepping from one world to another, like and even with the chariot, it's like rushing out of one world into another one. Because in a sense, it's like the chariot with 7. I did say this has been a journey, but with that, it's like you're moving on to some sort of mastery. It's like you're moving out of the chariot into strength, into Leo energy. And that's important because, I don't know, because it feels like maybe learning the blue lesson, communication, and now you're going on to even maybe learning an orange lesson, because it's like the chariot almost gives me like an energy of going to orange, like rushing off to that exact opposite in a sense. And blue and orange is blue orange? Yeah, orange and blue are opposites colors, so it's like balancing, like trying to understand each side. Remember talking about the balance card, trying to understand each side. I don't know what that means within this. This is coming up in like your past-ish energy. But temperance comes in with that. And when temperance comes in with that, it's like it's like a training in a sense. It's like you've been trained in like 7 going to the 8. You're the 8 number being a mastery. Also also Scorpio, so more Scorpio energy. But 8 being the number of mastery as well. It's like mastering the blue and now tackling the orange. So it's almost like in that, when you learn both, it helps you strengthen your temperance. So like this is strengthening your temperance, but not just temperance being patience, because I've talked about it a bit, where major arcana is the universe doing the work, whereas minor arcana is us doing the work. So when I focus on patience, or when I focus on temperance, but I'm looking at you and what you're supposed to do, because even though we're in the Six of Pentacles and we're giving, the universe is still watching us and still making sure things go right and like supervising. And even though the universe is doing temperance and we can't really do the temperance, we can't be the patience, we can still be productive, and we can still like do things in between. Like even how 7, I say a lot, is a number of journey, because it's in between. It's like almost high priestess number-ish to me. where it's like in between the lines. Seven of Swords is like one of those, like in between the lines, like telling lies or whatnot. Seven of Cups is like those feelings in between that you can't quite, like colors that are like in between. Like me with this freaking Prism Oracle, say, is this orange or red? I don't know. Literally Two of Swords, I don't know. The Two of Cups. That's funny. Anyways, we'll go ahead and move forward. It's just definitely like you're tackling, or in the past, in the past you've been tackling temperance. So that's a good thing. It's not coming up in your future. It's not something you have to look forward to doing the work on, but it's something that you have done some good work on, especially when it comes to temperance. So let's see. The Two of Cups still looking pretty underneath. Let's go ahead and actually clarify your energy. Coming in at 41 friggin' minutes. Not the correct vibe I meant, but I just heard somebody come get her, but that's not like the same vibe. It was just the first line. Somebody come get me for taking 41 hours. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so space with the Lightseer Tarot Spirit, please. Why do we have space in the current energy? The Wheel of Fortune. What else did I hear? The Wheel. Not Jesus, take the wheel. Not just that, though. I forget how the Lightseer's Tarot fits perfectly on the Prism Oracle. It looks so nice. I gotta keep that combo. It's so pretty. Every other card don't work like that. Okay. Especially with the way colors match up, too. Oh, my God. Because what is this? Is that her hair? I'll pull up the other card, too, in just a moment. Oh, look how she's balancing that black and that... Stop it. Spirit, literally, stop it. Look how she's balancing that black and that white. Oh, it's not the same card, but... Well, even too, like she's pulling black from the white and she's pulling white from the black. And that's temperance energy, literally, again. Because orange and black, I heard someone talking about how they were alive during the black and white television. I mean, I was obviously too, but I believe it was more so like in the deep depths of it. And so colors like orange and black would have been black and white. Yeah, we have it right here, but it's like, I don't know. It's something to do with the colors and the black and the white, where it's like you're bringing color into a cycle. But it's just interesting that we have that matching up here. If I were to look at it, it's like you're... Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because I've been thinking a lot about like how... and I thank you guys for it. We talk about it here. It's like how if you want to attract in a certain energy, sometimes you can reflect the opposite of it to pull it in. It's like the opposites attract, and it works well with nature and colors a lot. So like if you're feeling sad in a blue, you sort of like invoke orange, or you like live in orange energy, sort of to like balance it out, to combat it. Or like if you want orange, if you want to be like, because orange is life and vitality. If you want to be in that orange energy of like the sunlight, life, vitality, energy, then you like sort of accept your blue. You accept the blue energy so that you can feel it truly, and then when you do, it like washes over you, and then it attracts the orange so that you can receive it. That's exactly what you're kind of doing here with the bear and the chariot. It's like accepting the blue, because if you push it away, then the orange energy doesn't recognize you. It doesn't recognize you as an energy to like match to. But if you accept the blue energy, if you let it wash over you, you can pull in the orange energy. But that's what I'm seeing with this right here, is like because you're in the space, you're allowing yourself to make the space for new things. It attracts in that white, it attracts in that light for you, right? And when you're in this light, when you're in the isolation, because you are accepting the isolation and you are doing good work within it, you are, with I, that's number 9, you're completing cycles, you're closing things off, you're also taking your time. It looks like a clock, taking your time, but I'm also hearing whistling while you work, so still enjoying yourself. While you do all that, it attracts in like the dark, the black, and that's good because what you're doing when you close off these cycles, you're inviting in new space. You're inviting in new space, new space to be filled, so like more space for opportunity. But then also it just feels like because black is feminine, it feels because black is feminine, it's more internal. Inside, there's no light inside of our body, so it's like you're attracting in self-care, you're attracting in mental clarity, not mental clarity, I would say mental peace, emotional peace, space for emotions, space for thoughts and ideas, space for a new journey, with the soul, the passion, the fire, a new passion, stuff like that, because you're accepting both. I feel like it's really nice. I'm going to move forward because I was supposed to pull them both out. But I was like, what the heck? I was like, even down to the colors, and this card, this really matches up well. 7 of Pentacles at the bottom, more 7. More 7. What do I have as 7? There's a kid in my neighborhood named 7. I don't know if I should dock that, but I mean, like, y'all ain't going, like, y'all would have to have the weirdest energy to do anything, like, to be, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just going to keep moving forward, because I don't even know where that energy came from. It's just my, what would you call it, Jeopardy music while I'm trying to find the page. It's me rambling. Number 7 is G. It also rules the Chariot, obviously. So G. It's not an example, but the first one I'm hearing is just someone, like someone's a G to you. What does that even mean? Like someone's like one of your close homies or whatever, like a god, a goat. And then 7 of Pentacles being a G. I think of 7 of Pentacles being like reinvestments, and the G maybe is like growth with the 7 of Pentacles, with that G. Because like 7 of Pentacles, when you reinvest, when you replant, when you resort your seeds out, when you add the new water, add the new nutrients, there's new growth to be had. It's really cool. So in this space, there's something about new growth to be had, and that makes sense why the isolation comes out with that dot. Because it's like that's your sprouting. That's the proof of your faith. That's the proof of all the hard work you put in, all the faith you've had. It's like, oh shit, there's life. Let me go ahead and see what the isolation says, though. 1 card, Spirit, please. I should have said that first, because pulled out the 7 of Wands. It's not the 7 of Wands. 7, 7, 7. Let's go. Bruno Mars. Or Silk Sonic. Whatever. The cats have been mating, and I thought I heard a sound. I'm so tired of these cats. I'm just kidding. Spirit, just 1 card for isolation, please. That's still... There's the Ace of Swords, the Magician, and the 2 of Wands. That's very 1, 1, 2. That's 1, 1, 1, 1, 11, 11, technically. But the Magician being 1. Ace of Swords. And then the 2 of Wands being 2 1s. That's interesting. 11, 11 is 4 of Wands, which is isolation. So maybe isolating at home. The Spirit, just 1 card for isolation. Please. So we have the 7 of Pentacles we talked about, and so now we have the 6 of Pentacles with the Devil. I like it, because Devil's a 15, so it's a 6. So the energy do match. So that's nice. So that's a 10 going to the 6. Okay, that's nice. Because we have the 7, which goes to the 10, so it's literally almost like 7 minus what would be that 1 in the wheel equals the 6 in the 6 of Pentacles. So it's like the Chariot in your past, what you've emotionally driven through in your past, and now meeting that with the present, like the shift you're making in your present. So what you've emotionally dealt with in the past and the shift that you're making in the present is like what subtracts. It's like taking your emotional drive and then subtracting the wheel. What would the wheel be? A shift, a change. The wheel, let me go ahead and look in this. What are you subtracting with the wheel? Meanings: good fortune, happiness, destiny, and fate. And I can see that. But reversed, I guess I would read also. It says failure, bad luck, broken sequence. So Wheel of Fortune, I guess if Wheel of Fortune is completion, then in reverse it could also mean like a broken sequence. So it's like something that's not complete, something that's out of order. Instead of being a 10, a cup was taken out, or something was taken out, so now it's 9, or it's an 8, so it's broken for some reason. So that's what you're subtracting. You're taking your emotional journey with this space. You're learning to subtract things that are not complete. You're completing things. And with bad luck and failure, I remember we talked about bad luck is like a mixture of like, how good timing it can be, but then also just how you've prepared yourself to be there. And so failure in the reverse meaning also has to deal with a sense of preparedness. Like if you prepare yourself, there's a higher chance you won't fail, but you can't control everything. And the same thing with luck. You can't control luck, but you can still prepare yourself for it. So there's that dualistic energy of preparing, but you can't control it. But also at the same time, it's still with a fixed six. I did say that was fixed energy too. But with the Six of Pentacles, it's saying that this is balance. And if y'all don't see the 8 in the back, that's I don't even know what I'm thinking right now, but that's so cool how the 8 is here for the Six of Pentacles, because 8 could rule that infinite balance. So six rules balance as well. But when we were talking about the Chariot going from 7 to 8, we were talking about something that felt never ending. This, with isolation and the balance here, it feels like a never-ending yielding. It's a continuous harmony and balance. It's like what you invest in, what you put your seeds in for this new growth, this isolation, and whatever you do in this isolation, it's like it promotes a lot of good growth that's like long-lasting. I would imagine even like with the Lenormand, the lilies would be here because it would be like the longevity of something. But if I go ahead and read the Six of Pentacles in this wacky book with everything in wacky order. Come on. Okay, Pentacles are at the back. I have tabs. I'm gonna freaking tab this book. Six of Pentacles. Okay, meanings are success and gain in material undertakings. There comes the pain and gain energy that I forgot about. But yeah, success and gain in material undertakings. Ooh, we're gonna go back. Power, influence, rank, nobility, rule over people, fortunate, successful, just, and liberal. Okay, so I'll go over that real quick. There's a lot of crap that's pretty cool. Success and gain, we talked about that. But material undertakings, that sounds like death. The death energy we got, but it sounds like material undertaking, literally like burying something. So like the success and gain. So even the Ten of Wands could feel like taking a deep rest and releasing that energy. So I heard someone say something about like when we fall asleep, it's like we go through like obviously we go through like the sleeping cycles, but it reminded me of like our brains going through like moon cycles overnight. It's just like it's a lot that goes on. So like you're able to release a lot, which is nice. And it's almost like letting the earth take it back and then refresh you anew the next day. It could be an energy of that in your future. But with the material success, nobility, I keep losing the part. I gotta power, influence, okay, rank, nobility, rule over people. I thought that was weird at first, and then I thought of rule, the connotation of the word, how it can also just mean like a measurement. So like a measurement over people, a rule over people. Like if you're in charge, it's because you measure and weigh things fairly. Or if you are like, if this energy is more yours to conquer, more yours to be, maybe you could be a mediator as well, and it could be frustrating, but at the same time it's because it's almost like there's an energy here of like you're getting like, and even with this bad luck showing up that was like coming up before, it's like you're maybe getting like just, and you're in white energy, whereas like you can see more with that light and clarity of the daytime. You may understand that you're getting a lot of flack or bad luck or weight thrown on you in a sense, because at the same time there's an equal balance of like you've done so much. It's almost like when I do the incense and wacky shit starts happening, it's almost like you've done like the right work, so it's like it's expelling like energy that's not meant to be there, but at the same time it's it's bringing in like really nice refreshing energy like we just talked about. But I don't know, for some reason it's rule over people. Why people? Because that sentence in itself is just wacky, because people are supposed to have free choice. That's why we are called people or whatnot, because like as individuals we all have the individual thoughts. So like rule, measurements, individuals, Six of Pentacles, and isolation. Isolation. I is number 9. It's all about the self, sovereignty. It's about the self because it's a full circle. It's hermit energy. It's understanding the self, organizing the self, and then ruling over people. I don't know. But it feels like ruling from within. The way hermit is a little bit more feminine. It's like you have a natural leadership coming from your natural balance, natural liberation, even that comes from you because you rule over yourself in a very natural way. It's like you're not like trying to be a ruler or a leader. It's more so you are doing it because you have to. You're doing it because you need to. You need to balance something out, and it's still like playing out in your environment. Collective. These readings have been dark as mother freaking freak the last few readings, and I hope that it's a little better just because of the time is shifting back. I also heard in a sense. I don't know how the hell people keep up with that, but I'm gonna leave it to the birds. But let's see. Fortunate, successful. Ariana Grande coming through again. I'm so successful. And I don't even like that song that much, but she always comes through. And we had success come out. But just and liberal was also that. Just and liberal. What's the difference? There's just. I'm going to look at the number real quick. J is a 10, Wheel of Fortune, and liberal is a 12, Hangman, for L. So 10 and J and L are 10 and 12. I will point out that they come on the opposite ends of the journey, because if we talk about journey, 10 and 12 are on the opposite sides, and 11 is that journey in between. So we're not talking about the journey, maybe we're talking about the beginning and the ending of it. Or where you've come from and where you're going. But what's important here with that 10 and the 12 is like J is just. So that's being just, being fair, and that's the Wheel of Fortune, that's 10. With the space here, I just feel like maybe that's that you were energy of being just with the wheel, moving something in the right direction, almost like driving a car, being fair to everyone involved, but then liberal being the 12 is the hangman. So it's like maybe driving that car is your way of like being fair to the cycle, taking action is your way of being fair, but then hangman is your way of being liberal, but freeing yourself is using that hangman energy to release it, to let it go. And I think that's really cool. Devil's still at the bottom. I'm gonna keep him out because he cool. I love my dude. Yeah, what else do I see with that? I don't know. The Six of Pentacles with the isolation, it's just very beautiful. It's like when you do reach that isolation, when you do reach that moment. Did I read the card from... I did. I think it was about like... Did I from the Prism Oracle? And my flashlight might be freaking dead, guys. Oish. Oish. See, I did not prepare myself. Not lucky. It's okay, though. I'm inviting the space to always remind myself to keep it charged. Being isolated can feel lonely, but... Oh, I don't think I read this. Sorry, guys. Being isolated can feel lonely, but it can also be tremendously healing. When you're feeling secluded, it can be a time to learn more about yourself, to dive down deep into the parts of yourself that you can't reach when you're around others, and learn the importance of some alone time. Alone by Ayana. Love that song and love her. Her voice is gorgeous. She gave me Cancer vibes. So it's Ariana Grande, so that would make sense. Hilarious. Because I love those artists, and I don't know why sometimes, and that's just the moon. That's definitely the moon energy. So Cancer energy, but then, which is opposite Capricorn with the devil. And the Four of Wands, because we just talked about the 11-11 with the freak. So that energy is here for sure. Knight of Cups, shut up. He's right there underneath. He's trying to say something. Nobody's listening tonight. I'm just kidding. Okay, and learn the importance of some alone time. Give yourself the chance to heal and rediscover yourself. Six of Pentacles, you give yourself that chance to balance things out. You are just and liberal to yourself. You are just, you are fair enough to make that shift with the 10. You're fair enough to heal yourself and rediscover yourself. In that way, you free yourself from the pain because you heal yourself, and you you release yourself not only from the pain, but you release yourself from the image, the frame, the idea you have of yourself. You release yourself from a responsibility, a role. You release yourself from. With the chariot and the wheel, that's funny. That's 17, which is the star. I'm talking about this whole reading. So with the star, you get some healing for sure, but you release yourself from emotional turmoil. You release yourself from, it's almost like someone else being behind the wheel of your car. I've gotten that energy before, and it's pissed me off because every time I'm like, someone's behind the wheel of my car, never happened, not good. And that could change in the future. I think it's just about who I accepted in my life at that time. So yeah, definitely change here for sure. Major change. The chariot's giving major air energy, even though it's not. And the wheel's giving fire, but it's not. Well, yeah, it is. It's partly Sagittarius, I think. Anyways. Oh, let me go ahead and read off the energies. Chariot's Cancer, funny. The Wheel of Fortune is Pisces and Sagittarius together. I believe it's just Jupiter. And then the Six of Pentacles is, I believe, if not something in Taurus, it's like something in Virgo, but it also gives Libra energy. But anyways, wait, yeah, Six of Pentacles, I wrote that down in my book. Hold up. That is, oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't do that right. Oh my god. I can't do it. Six of Pentacles is the moon in Taurus. Alright. Yeah. And if I read that lastly with isolation, it just says the moon in Taurus has like major self-care, major healing, and rediscovery. That's how Capricorn, the energy of the devil, Capricorn, like uses that almost that Sag energy of the wheel to burn itself and like Phoenix rebirth itself. If anyone knows how to Phoenix rebirth, it's definitely maybe like a Scorpio, or it's like the magic of a wise Capricorn, because that's definitely like Merlin magic energy of like, if I'm gonna shed, I'm gonna do it right. Like them doing a job, like they rule the job in public image. It's like, if I'm gonna look good, I'm gonna look good, and if I'm gonna do the job right, I'm gonna do the job right. So it's like definitely shedding and rebirthing into that Taurus energy. And if it's moon in Taurus, it's like it's almost gives the feeling of like if you were taking a road trip, and then when you return back home, refreshed and renewed, it's like it's still the middle of the night. It's almost like if like you were doing a job, and then like you just have to return home late. Maybe you're traveling across the country. I used to do that for like wedding shoots, but it's like the energy of when I returned home like early. So it was like the job was done, and the transformation had already occurred. All the things that had happened that occurred, and we come in all new and different and fresh, refreshed and renewed. But I don't know. No one was awake to see it. So like, no one was awake to see the growth that had happened just yet, or it was like everyone was still asleep, so it was quiet. It felt more peaceful, to be honest. A lot of that energy with the isolation and the Six of Pentacles. Balance, what you deserve. Healing, isolation, time for you. Fucking beautiful. Or freaking beautiful for my other viewers. Sorry about that. But fucking beautiful. Alright. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you guys so much for this. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the section where I pull a card for a specific person from the last video. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Hopefully it helps. And if you want to, you can definitely stay for this part. It's usually general advice. It's specific to who I'm picking for. I guarantee that. But it can also help if you just want to hear the advice. Because, sometimes that person in the classroom asks a question that you wanted to ask, but you didn't want to ask it. And then when they ask it, it helps you out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm talking your head off while I look for these papers. But I can tell you who we have in the running today. We've got Iris Hernandez, which I just pulled your name out. That's freaking funny. As I said it, I was like opening up these pages. And I'm going to have to make a new one for another member. We got Katrina Ayun, A-U-N-E. Baby, I'm butchering it like it's my job, and I'm about to sell you a 1/4 pound of Angus, because I am apologetic. I hope I said it right. I am butchering it like I'm about to hang it up on a rack inside a coal truck. What do butchers do? I don't know what butchers do. This says merrily. Damn, okay, I'm actually, well, that doesn't make sense. It's not the same paper. Well, you know what? Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and put these two on the same paper then. That's a solution. That's a creative solution. I couldn't find another free sheet of white paper, so I'm just going to put your names. And I'll use a red marker just to be creative. Okay, so I'm going to put your names on this green page, and you can't see, I apologize. But for anyone, I didn't mention this beforehand, but I'll go ahead and put a picture of the spread in the community tab, plus the name that was picked if you want to see. So I got Iris Hernandez. What's good, Iris? Someone was talking about the word iris, and let me go ahead and write down Katrina. I forget what they were saying about the word iris, but it was so cool. It was like something about communication, maybe, or talking, or just, and it made sense because when things are communicated to our irises, it's like we use that information to then just decide more. It's whatever, whatnot. That's not part of the reading, but let me go ahead and get you extra advice. I don't know if you can see in this light, but let me open up. Did I even explain this part? This is the pick a card advice from last reading. Yeah, Iris Hernandez. It's pretty dark. Lo siento, mi love. No, Iris is a G. Iris is a G. She's an OG. And then we have Katrina I. Katrina A is what I'm going to say. And that's not because of you, babe. That's because of my... It's like A-U-N-E. My throat chakra just don't know how to put that all together. Let me go ahead and put your names, both of you. 50-50 chance. I love those. It's like a bit of a... what's that thing? That battle. Like gun... old-timey, like 1700s. It's a battle. Hamilton did it, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, I can't fucking think. Alright, see these two names? You got one, we got the two inside the bag. And now I'm gonna pull it in, see who gets the extra card, and I'm literally just thinking the eye card thing again. I said, I'm trying to think of what this battle is called. And while I'm doing that, please enjoy a video of me shuffling your names in the bag. If you don't know iCarly, it's probably not that funny. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, should I just hangman, let it go? Or I know the name of this, it's just whatever. It's okay, I'll let it go. Alright. Do I have any energy for both of you guys? I saw the wheel when I said that. So making shifts. The wheel is very important for both of you. I like to say something for all of you, all names, just because I appreciate you all for commenting on the video. You're using your throat chakra to communicate, even if you're not using it vocally. You're using it mentally, internally, and we're connecting that way. So I appreciate all of you. The wheel is number 10. Tens. Who's got that? That's Wants and Needs by Drake. I got something on my mind, and they tens. I got something. I can't remember now because I'm in a reading, and it's fog your brain to remember music. I got something about two people at the same time, and they're both 10. So it's like maybe if not two people, you just have like a person and a project. You have yourself and you have a person. You have yourself and you have your project. It's like you have like two things that are very important to you. I don't know, but it's very cool because they're both 10s. They both not only complete you, but they add something to your life that's not just unexpected, but it's like a good unexpected, almost like how like you have a child or you used to create a project, and then you like think a decade, 10 years down the road, all of a sudden like this little seedling now has a whole like few branches. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole And it's a whole new thing of itself. So keep pushing, keep changing, keep shifting. You've got this. It's beautiful. Let's see who the name we're picking is. And we're at 11010. That's funny. And that's almost like the magician, and then 1010, like magician wheel wheel. So it's like, I don't know. Like if it was 101010, now you're washing away the first one and you're starting off, and again with the magician, you're starting new, and keep journeying through. I don't know. Either way, let's see what name we've picked. Miss Iris Hernandez. And the crowd goes. Not that song from Lemonade Mouth, because that's the song that the boys had. They were kind of goofy. They were kind of good. And the crowd goes, oh, 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 oh. The song's called And the Crowd Goes. I'm a superstar and you got a cool car, and the girls or boys or any non-binary / anything in between. Boys and girls like me better than whoever you are. So when I hear the line, I'm a superstar and I've got a cool car, it immediately makes me think of Virgo, because Virgos always have nice cars, or they just enjoy their cars. But the male Virgos I know definitely always have some type of freaking car. Think of like Tyler Hoechlin from like Teen Wolf. Have you seen that? That's Derek. His freaking car. Virgo. I'm sorry to say, but opposite Virgo is Pisces. Have you seen Supernatural? Dean Smith. Yeah, Dean Smith. Sorry, that's a person. Dean Winchester. Jensen Ackles' character. He's a Pisces, which is opposite Virgo, but it's still. But opposites are the same and different. So he's still a superstar, and he's got a cool car. So Virgo energy and Pisces energy. That makes sense. We have Hangman and Hermit, which is all H. Which, excuse the rant, Iris, I'm so sorry. This is probably to make up for the email, because we always freaking talk long in the emails anyways, and that's freaking perfect. Let's just see. Where the hell? Okay, H. H is number 8. Not literally you getting the Scorpio energy we've had since the beginning. It's 8, and also is strength. So if we had Chariot in the reading, you're moving on. You are definitely moving on to that strength. That's so cool. Okay, let's go ahead and pull your card. And if strength comes out, I'm throwing the deck out the window. So I'm sorry you can't see me shuffling. My watch is dead, so too. It's okay. Okay. I'll put the card in the community tab for you. Definitely. Alrighty. Let's see here. Shuffling. What would be nice or good advice for Iris? Miss Amazing, Magnificent, High Priestess, Iris. That felt super hype. But let's see what would be a good card for you from and not too falling out. I did call you the High Priestess, so I mean, would it be wrong if I took 2 cards? Hell nah. You got the star and the moon. And we were talking about the star the whole time. Iris, out of 20, because this deck does have 23 with the extra cards. So out of 23 cards, and as I said, the star fell out, the street light came on, which it does often sometimes. But the star and the moon is so freaking cool. Yeah, you can't see that, damn it. Anyways, you know what the words look like. What's at the bottom? The magician. We were just talking about him. Funny. Comes right before the High Priestess too. Okay. I just had the magician and the Hierophant. I just saw underneath both next to each other, so that's 1 and 5. More devil energy, but also 6 could be lover's energy with that as well. Gemini, Capricorn with the devil. But it's just interesting because the magician and the Hierophant come out, and the magician comes before the High Priestess, and the Hierophant is like the male High Priestess. So High Priestess energy for sure. And the star is interesting because the star the star is associated with Aquarius, not I. It is associated with Aquarius. But personally for me, I've been resonating Aquarius with some High Priestess energy just because they're so very, they're High Priestess in a way that I can't explain really. They're very intuitive, definitely. Very musically inclined, the way I see the High Priestess. It's almost they're like the pre-high priestess almost in a sense because they come right before Pisces in a way. Anyways, but I don't know, Aquarius with the high priestess is interesting because it's like they're very dual. There's still the energy of like with the star. It's like that tiny little white light in the big black sky, like big dark sky, right? So it's like that, almost like that little bit of hope, that feeling, um, that optimism, that tiny little bit, and that's a balance. I would say with the high priestess, it's like intuition. It's like following through on your sight. It's like following through on like healing. It's like even though the cut or the wounds haven't healed, it's still like believing that you can heal. It's not like, oh, I've been cut, I'm down for the count. It's like you're still moving forward. You envision the healing before you get there. I was just reading a shirt before then. It was talking. It was like something. It was, I can't remember exactly, but it was like there are many who run this race, right? And it was like, but but only one may win or something like that. Oh, many will run the race, but one of them's gonna win. Run in a way so that you might win. So the shirt didn't say that you're gonna win or you're gonna lose or blah blah blah. It says that the way that this works is there's gonna be a race, and only one person wins, right? So to give it your best shot, just run as best as you can and have that mindset of I'm gonna win. Just be sure, have the faith, put in the works, and spirit will take care of the rest. Is what it feels like with the star. But the moon, yeah, with the unknowns and the fears, it's almost to say that this is natural. This is okay to have fears and unknowns because what you're going into with the star, it's pretty nice, honestly, because it's like the moon and the star. It's like two bits of illumination in the sky, which the two energy is showing up a lot here. So it's like you do have hope and optimism, but you also have the moon. Like you're very in touch with your feelings. You're very in touch with even the moon. I'm thinking like a full shape. I'm thinking I'm thinking a lot of things now because I had a conversation about the moons today with someone about how like there might be like structures on the moon and how like maybe there's like a, there's like something inside like them, like underneath the first layer of the moon or whatnot, which is weird because then I thought about Cancer energy, which we got with the Chariot, and how if Pisces is the moon because it's like the dark and the light side, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. To me, almost, if Cancer can also be moon energy too, maybe that Cancer is that depth, that deepness, like the ocean. Maybe if there's no water on the moon, maybe there's a depth to it. I don't know. It's just a wacky thought, but maybe if you want to research something like that. But the moon here just comes in to say that there are fears and there are unknowns. Exactly with the space energy, there's something about moving slower. Usually we see the moon in the mystery card, and then when we see that moon, we talk about like just taking it step by step, taking it slow. But don't stop moving. Don't stop fighting for what you want. Don't stop fighting for your healing. The moon, there's also healing and growth in the dark. Things don't just stop growing because the sun leaves. The sun doesn't actually leave. It just starts reflecting off of the moon. Um, which is funny because I guess the stars here, the star could be like a bit of a sun, but it feels like the tinier stars, right? The ones that are farther away from us. So maybe just distance right now. With space and isolation, definitely taking some distance, right? But at the same time, it's like, what am I feeling? It's like the star here is its own light. The moon only reflects what the sun gives it, right? So like the star is its own power source, and it's not to say that one is worse or the other, or worse or better than the other, because even though the star is its own power source, it's still very small. The optimism, the hope, it's like a shot in the dark, literally, right? And the moon may need the sun's reflection, right? But the moon is still a very solid object. The moon is a planetary body. Stars are almost more so gaseous, and they're created and then they die over time. But I believe the moon, is pretty much here to stay, unless something happens to it. Then I don't want to freaking think about the environmental impacts, but you know what I'm saying. It's just like it's like pros and cons, and when I say that, it's just like to value each and everything. To value the moon, value the fears, your darkness, to value things you don't know, because that just means you're leaving space to learn new things. You're leaving space to discover new things. There's a beauty in that, because you know, with the moon being 18, I don't know, there's a certain beauty in saying I don't know. There's a certain grace, there's a certain, not just humbleness, but like, because it's not like just expressive the way that we've made humbleness to be very expressive, very external. It's a very much so like humble integrity, like being, like shedding your ego and being like being honest and to the energy, even if you don't know what to do with it, right? But more so, what's the word I'm looking for? But more so, yeah, without need of external validation, or just without the external involvement whatsoever. It's more so just like a private communion, a private to yourself of like, spirit, I don't know what to do, but I just need you to help me move forward in a sense, in a way, like through the fears, through not just fears, but through the low light, help you move forward through a time where it's not as bright, because sun will come again, but I don't know. You just got the star and the moon right now, which when you think about it, they're two bright lights. But if you were moving in a dark area, like in this real world, in the earth, with just one star and the moon, it's actually not that bright. Maybe if the moon's full, it could be a little bit bright, but it's really not that bright. So I'm encouraging you to listen to Dark Side by Amber Mark. The dark side gets a little bit brighter. It's like, I don't know, if you keep venturing on, more stars start to appear, more hope, more optimism. And yeah, the hope and optimism is always going to be there. You will always have hope and faith in this journey, but you only know that if you keep moving forward, if you keep walking to find it. Because it's like, no one's going to move you there, but they will place the stars there for you. They will place signs that you can see that will give you hope. They can't move your legs, so that's a human thing. But with the star, like, it's going to be very healing. 17 plus 18, that's like taking the right steps. 17 plus 18 equals, I believe, 7, 8 is 15, that's 5, 1, 35. So 35 and 8, strength. Literally, strength still came out. I'm cackling. That's hilarious. Okay. No way. And I don't have light, but I looked at the card I just freaking pulled. It's the strength, and I promise you, Iris, I just can't show it. It's okay. I'll move on. I'll be okay. Anyways, it was great seeing all of you, especially picking you, Iris, for the ending. It feels very full circle, like the whole reading was. So anyways, I'm just glad that you guys are here. I hope any of this helps, and I'm just very grateful that you guys are hopefully feeling well and it looks like the energy's nice. So I'm very proud of y'all for doing what y'all do and doing it freaking beautifully and doing it fucking beautifully for those of y'all who are with it. Either ways, I'm just messing around and over talking at this point. But thank you so much for everyone for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, get some water, stay safe, drink healthy, stay safe. I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? I can't even freaking speak, but yes, drink water, stay safe, and be healthy. Bye, guys.